Hi, I'm Harper.
Ciao, I'm Eva.
Today we're making pasta. Kind of a naughty pasta.
Harper, this is a very famous pasta dish, and it's pasta alla puttanesca,
Which means?
in the prostitute style.
Well, those prostitutes must have had really good taste because I've had it and it's a really good plate of pasta. Before we begin, a quick shout out to this amazing pasta grammarian in action who made a beautiful gâteau di patate. Or
Di-
potato cake, as I like to call it. It's an amazing dish. If you haven't seen that, you can watch the video here. Thank you for trying the recipe. We really appreciate it. If you want to become a pasta grammarian, then hit that subscribe button and let's get cooking.
So, Harper, the first step, as always, is to understand the ingredients for our pasta alla puttanesca.
All right, we've got olive oil, salt, pepper, easy. A whole bunch of tomatoes, pasta, obviously, but I see you're going with linguine today.
We are cooking linguine, but then if you want from linguine to switch, for example, with spaghetti or penne, why not?
A clove of garlic, some parsley, 3 anchovies. And finally, we've got capers and olives.
See, and these are all the ingredients that we need for cooking our linguine alla puttanesca.
I actually feel very confident about this recipe because I feel like my pasta game is on point.
Which means that I can be on a side and you can cook by yourself.
No, definitely gonna need some help. But I do know that while we do whatever we're about to do, I'm gonna get my water started.
Bravo, Harper. This is a good first step. We need to chop our capers and our olives and our tomatoes.
What should I do with the tomatoes? Like halve them?
Yes, this time we are using cherry tomatoes, grape tomatoes. If you don't find good fresh tomatoes, you can also use whole peel tomatoes. They should work during winter time. I don't really suggest tomatoes like Roma or something like that. It's an easy job, Harper.
It's not too hard.
Now, this pasta is traditionally from Campania and it's called puttanesca because it seems that he was cooked for the prostitute while they were working, but they need also to eat. So the person who was in charge of their food, he or she made pasta alla puttanesca. It was so good that we still keep eating and do it.
Okay, so now the olives.
Yes, we don't need them. Finally.
You don't need them minced or diced.
Bravo,
Sliced?
just sliced,
Okay.
yes. Because we want to bite the olives when we eat our pasta. Now that you sliced our olives, you need to chop the capers.
And these
See, finally chopped because capers, they have a very strong taste. So we need them to give flavor to our pasta. But if you're not crazy like me that can eat capers like olives, maybe you don't want to bite a whole caper. Okay, so we need some olive oil in our pan.
and some.
Perfetto, Harper. Then we need our clove of garlic, but this time we keep the garlic skin on and you crush and put in the pan. This is what we call aglio in camicia in Italy. In camicia means with the shirt.
Oh, okay.
Then medium high temperature, and we wait a little bit until the garlic start to
Kind of bubble.
perfetto. Harper, bravo! This is a very cool technique. Where did you learn this technique?
I wonder where. It's almost like I've watched someone make pasta for years.
Okay, right now we need to pour inside our anchovies, but before you put the anchovies, low the heat a little bit.
Turn down the heat?
See, a little bit, because otherwise they will splash everywhere.
Okay.
So put the anchovies. Okay, we need them melt.
The anchovies?
Yes,
Like to dissolve?
a little bit.
Yeah, you're right, they do kind of splatter.
See,
Be careful.
Okay, this is the moment in which we can take also our garlic out, because the garlic made its job, which means gave that hint, but no more.
You have served your purpose, garlic.
Olives,
Capers?
capers. Okay, now we let them cook together for about 2-3 minutes, and then we can add our tomatoes. And while we are waiting, it's very important that you put salt in our water.
Oh, okay. I know. To salt the pasta water.
See, because otherwise the pasta doesn't taste.
Handfuls.
One, perfecto.
That smells so good.
That smells already very, very good.
I love this dish because it has that awesome flavor combination that like pollo alla cacciatora has, which is the tomatoes, the olives, the capers.
Time for our tomatoes.
All right.
And now we let our sauce cook. Now, if we were in summer, when tomatoes are perfect, we don't really need to add water. But because we are in winter, it's better if we need a little bit of water, helping the tomatoes to melt and create our sauce.
Because they're just not as like juicy.
And no, they are not good as they are in July or August. A little bit.
Like that?
Perfetto. You can turn up the heat a little bit. What we need to do now is to pour some black pepper. Perfect. This time I don't suggest to add more salt because we have the capers, we have the anchovies, and they are already enough salt. But then, before we will put our pasta inside, we will taste and we will see if we need more salt. So now, Harper, just cover them and we'll let it cook for about 10 minutes, no more. Meanwhile, according to what is written on the box of pasta, we can pour our pasta in the water so they can cook in the same time.
It says cook for 10 minutes if you prefer al dente, which we do.
Because they say 10 minutes, and because we want our pasta very al dente, we will cook it for 8 minutes, which means that we need to wait 2 minutes more, and then we can start to cook our pasta.
Okay, we'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, it's been a couple minutes, so I can put the pasta in, right?
Go with the pasta. Can I teach you a trick?
Yes.
Let it just become soft for 30 seconds, and then easily you can put all the pasta inside.
Okay.
I see a lot of time people who try to press the pasta in the pot, but you are risking just to break it. So just patience, the 30 seconds, and naturally the pasta.
I was just testing you.
To see if I know how to cook pasta?
Yeah. I have my doubts. I realize that you don't need a timer, but I'm gonna set a timer. Sauce is looking good. Tomatoes are starting to soften.
See? Okay, Harper, now is the moment in which you can start to stir the pasta. So we avoid that our linguine will be just all together. A lot of people ask if they need to put oil in the pasta water while cooking the pasta to avoid the pasta stick. Guys, no. You don't need to put any olive oil. The only thing that you need to do is take a bigger pot, because a big quantity of water is what avoids pasta to stick together. If you want to cook half kilos of pasta, a pound of pasta in a small pot like that, yes, your pasta will stick, even if you put just a bottle of olive oil. So.
Smells really good.
So Harper, instead of just stirring the pasta and not let the pasta cook, you can chop our parsley, because then we will put the parsley on top. So
This actually is like a really easy or quick recipe, I should say, because like you can do all the prep in the time that the water comes up to boil.
because you don't really need a lot of time to cook most of our pasta dishes. Usually they take maximum, I don't know, 20 minutes, 15, 20, 25 if we want to
Have you met my friend Lasagna yet?
Yes, it doesn't matter, but lasagna is a special kind of pasta, like lasagna, pasta al forno.
I know. It's looking good, I think.
It looks
looking creamy.
very, very good. And now you should also try and see if we need some salt.
Oh, okay. Maybe a little bit?
Yes, Harper. Absolutely, yes. Okay, now we should be good. Okay, now our sauce is ready before our pasta.
All right, well, we have only about 1 minute left on the pasta. So
Okay.
can we like turn the heat off and let it chill out if that happens?
No, if this happens, you can add a little bit more water of pasta water, so the sauce doesn't dry too much.
Oh, okay. Also, how do you know it's done? Like just from the consistency of the liquid in it?
Yes, because it's creamy, because the tomatoes are already soft, but we don't want they completely disappear. We
see.
want anyway to bite a tomato. It's one of that pasta dish that you have never enough. You could eat pasta alla puttanesca all year round, every day. Okay, now try one to see if the salt is okay.
Okay.
The salt is okay. Now put the pasta there.
And I assume because it's still very al dente that we then cook it further in the sauce, right?
We will finish our pasta in the sauce. How we do this? We will add another
Ladle?
of pasta.
A little ladle.
A little ladle of pasta water.
Like that?
Yes, go. Maybe a little bit more.
Another little ladle.
Okay. Stir the pasta, because stirring the pasta is what makes the pasta creamier. You need to turn up the heat a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I saw always a lot of people, when they cook pasta, that they take the pasta, they drain the pasta, put on a plate, and then they pour the sauce on top. This is one of the worst things that you can do to your pasta, because it's always pasta in the sauce and then together in the plate, and not pasta in the plate and then the sauce on top.
That's probably been like the biggest and best thing I've learned about cooking pasta since meeting you, is that pasta and sauce should be cooked together. It makes a huge difference. What happens if you misjudge the pasta and you put it in when it's like still way too al dente?
You add some more pasta water.
So you can just sort of keep adding pasta water and
like
keep cooking
you are
it?
going to do now.
Okay.
Harper, does it look creamy?
It looks very creamy. I feel like I could cook it down a little bit more though.
I feel that actually it's pretty done, because
Yeah?
see, the second big mistake that a lot of people they do with pasta is cook the pasta too much. The pasta is good when it's al dente. If it's mushy, no, it's not a good plate of pasta.
Okay, are we ready to plate it?
Absolutely, yes, and then on top, the parsley.
I feel like I have a pun on the tip of my tongue about the name of this dish, but I'm losing it. It just looks really good and I want to eat it.
It looks good, it smells amazing. This is your plate of pasta.
Oh, thank you.
This time I go for this. Because why not? So, buon appetito!
I love the tanginess of it. It's seriously like if pollo alla cacciatora, one of my favorite dishes, had a cousin or a brother in the pasta family.
In the pasta world.
Yeah.
Pasta alla puttanesca is always a winner. Like, as you said, the pollo alla cacciatora, there are these simple, traditional Italian dishes that...
Simple, quick, and super delicious. Give this one a try. And if you do, tag us in a picture on Instagram or Facebook @PastaGrammar. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.
Ciao!